folks, I'm Tom Vassell. Welcome to Week in Review, a series that we do every week where we talk about the games we played last week, the videos we put out last week, give you short summaries, and then you can find more information in the links below. Let's get started.
Hey everybody, I'm Z Garcia. Here's what I reviewed last week. So I reviewed 12 Rivers, which I gave a 7.5 out of 10 to. I thought it was a very interesting game. It's a lot more than the gimmick of the game, this idea of marbles rolling down. The gameplay was really engaging. But I had some issues with the production, some niggling things, and then some things that I thought could have been done in a more interesting way. But overall, neat game, well put together, one that perhaps I would love a second edition in which they tackle some of my minor complaints. But I would not dissuade anybody from getting the game and giving it a try. Be gentle with the production. I think it's going to wear and tear a little bit, but the gameplay is worth it. I reviewed Solstice and the expansion together, Solstice Firefly. And I'm giving it an 8, sort of both things, or individually. Super doesn't matter. It's a very tiny expansion. The gameplay, a very small game as well, is engaging. You're drafting tiles, kind of a rummy style game, but you're using these little tiles. And then you're building a mountain in front of you, competing with another player who's building a mountain as well, but using the same tiles. So you can't make the whole picture. Everything you're missing, they took from you. I really enjoyed. You're trying to collect a large group, connect the bottom of the mountain to the peak for various points, and then you're also gathering these cute little spirits for abilities. The expansion throws you a few more of those spirits, a couple of small twists to the whole thing. Very much recommended. A good traveling game for two people, in my opinion. I reviewed Tag Team, which I gave an 8.5 to. It's an auto battler, which I guess is a thing, and you are going to be drafting a couple of characters and then fighting against somebody else. That process is not super demanding of the players, but it is really fun. Game's covered in amazing artwork, and the gameplay, once you figured out how the characters work, is really engaging and interesting. I like this one a lot. And then I reviewed Duel for Cardia, another two-player game, lots of them this week. And this one I really, really like. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. It is a simultaneous selection head-to-head game. I have an identical deck to my opponent, though I'm not holding it all. And they're going to be, we play a card simultaneously. The high number wins, but the low number triggers an ability. And if you win 5 times, then you just win the whole thing, with a lot of twists and turns to that. And that's where the game really is. The combos, the abilities, all of that funky stuff together that makes a game really engaging and interesting and has tons of, ooh, okay, I see what you're doing kind of moments. And this game thrives with that. So there you go. That's Duel for Cardia. And that's it for me, folks. I'll see you on the next one.
Hey everybody, it's Chris time. This week I took a look at a few games, the first of which, Pantheon, I gave a 4. Really did not care for this one, as you're trying to lock down different areas on the map in different colors, and players can kind of benefit from each other, but if you are the one that has like the fewest mismatches with other players, it didn't sit well with me. I didn't like the tactical play of it and the blunt force player interaction of this one. So a 4 from me. Next up, Slambo in the All-Play Tiny Box series. I think this one does very little to it. I know some people really like it. I'm giving it a 4. Other people give it much higher than me, but you're just playing cards out, trying not to make the total run above 10 or below 0. And I think with 2 players, it's very obvious what to play. With more players, it's a little bit more interesting, but not necessarily even a better game. So a 4 from me. Wine Cellar, a 7. I like this one. This is a simultaneous bid game. Everyone reveals cards. Priority number, and you get to grab and collect wine cards, and you're trying to collect them in a certain pattern, more or less. And I like this one. I think it's neat. I would probably prefer to play with the variant where you are guaranteed to kind of split the deck in like upper half and lower half and deal out. Because that's one of the few things that feel bad things about this game is if you're dealt all low cards. Next up, Jungo. 7.5. I really like this one. Card shedding game, super simple, plays incredibly fast. The type of game you just keep playing over and over and over again as you climb, as you're emptying out your hand. If someone played 2 3s, well, you can play, you can play 2 4s. But the neat gimmick of being able to collect the previous cards or just get rid of them, that's a cool one. So Jungo 7.5. Llama Llama, a 7.5, also in the All Play Tiny Box series. I like this one more than Panda Panda. It uses the same deck composition, and so there's more A's than B's than C's, all the way down to a single G. And you're trying to draft cards in a very unique way, where you're passing over half your hand at first. And then you do 4 drafts, and each time passing fewer and fewer cards along. But it's really only a 4-player game. I think it's bad at 2 and 3 players. So if you want a unique card drafting game, but exactly for 4, Llama Llama is one I definitely do recommend. And lastly, Lynx. This is a cool abstract game. I give an 8. It has a little bit of the feel of like Drop It or Tetris type thing as you're dropping pieces into a clear stand, trying to connect side to side or top to bottom. And if no one does, largest area wins. I like those competing goals. I can play this one with my daughter and lose genuinely, because I'm not that smart, but I think it's just a very fun game, 2-player abstract type of a game. So that, folks, has been my week.
This week, I took a look at 2 different games. First up was Solstice. Now, Solstice, I also took a look at this little micro kind of expansion that you can get called Firefly. I rated the 2 of them together. Came in at an 8.5. I think the expansion is fantastic, and I really enjoy it. You can definitely mix it with the base game pretty seamlessly and not remember it's there, but also the changes it brings are welcome. So that's why I just put it together. It didn't bring the rating up, but I'm super glad I have it and always will. This is going to be a really pleasing 2-player game where you're just building out your tableau, and I think what really sells me on this game is the tense gameplay with such very low stakes. It's one that you can play in 20 minutes and it hits the table in about 30 seconds of setup time. So for me, Solstice was an 8.5. Also took a look at 12 Rivers. Came in at a 7.5 on this one. This was the Gen Con hotness last week, or one of them at very least. And I think that the gameplay here that's in this game extends beyond the toy factor. It does have a very high toy factor with some marbles that are just absolutely eye-catching and a lot of fun. I think that makes the game very welcoming. But there's also some depth of gameplay here as you're having to decide where to put your different marker in order to hopefully get the better marbles that you need to fulfill your contracts, I guess, or complete your villagers. But then at the same time, the earlier you go in that decision, the later you're going to go and turn orders in the next round. So you're trying to have to balance that and keep an eye on what the other players are doing so you don't get blocked out. So I really enjoyed 12 Rivers, had some production qualms with it and some concerns, but overall, definitely a welcoming game that I enjoy and recommend. So 7.5 from me. That's going to be it. Let's keep going.
Hey everybody, I'm Joey Evans, and here's what I reviewed this week. This week I did a tag team video on a new game by Scorpion Mask, and it's fantastic. I loved it. It came in at a 9. It's a great 1v1 battler. I guess you have 2 people, but it's still 1v1. But anyway, loved it. Check it out if you like that kind of thing. And also I looked at Happy Mochi. Happy Mochi is a very light card shedding game, kind of family weight. I enjoy this more than I thought I would. I mean, the theme is one I wouldn't grab, but came in at a 7 on this. I think it's a great kind of filler to have in your game room for that kind of space in between game. It's fun. Enjoyed it. Then Battle of Hoth. Big boy. This is Memoir 44. Star Wars style. I liked this a lot. I am more excited about more expansions on this. I can only see this going up, but presently I'm at an 8. Again, a lot of luck with die rolls, and things like that, but it's enjoyable. Battle of Hoth, gave it an 8. And that is what I reviewed this week.
Hi, I'm Wendy Yee, and this week I have one review that I was in, and that is Pantheon, Demigods of Olympia. And I gave this a 6, and I gave it a 6 because it is kind of that tactical abstract feel of a game, but I like that it included some cards and some interesting moves, and it does engine build a little bit. But at the same time, I feel like that engine build is based on a lot of like, do the cards come out that you want to come out, and then at the same time, the way that they're priced, I just feel like it doesn't move quick enough and it doesn't build quick enough to really be interesting. So 6 for me for that. All right, well, let's go ahead and see who is next.
Well, for me, this was a very positive week. I liked almost every game I played. Don't worry, there's plenty we don't like here at the Dice Tower. But I'm always happy to do a week of games I enjoy a lot. Starting with Wine Cellar, an enjoyable little filler type game with very long cards. I had a few small issues with it, but they seem to work out well. I think I like it better with fewer players. 7 out of 10. Lynx, drop in Tetris pieces in like sort of like a Connect 4 thing, and forming a row across them down. Also enjoyable, 7 out of 10. 12 Rivers, marbles rolling down rivers. I like this one. It was enjoyable, nice family weight style game. A few production issues, but overall enjoyable, 7.5. Then we have Duel of Cardia. Not a game I expected to like as much as I did. Back and forth, trying to outthink the other player. Small game that really packs a punch, 8.5. And Jungo, a card shedding game, very light game. Another game that's just going to hit the mass markets, I think, with a vengeance. Really liked it, 8.5. Tag Team, an amazing game where you have 2 players. It's an auto battler. You're just making a few small decisions, but it's so fun, 9 out of 10. And Battle for Hoth, Memoir 44 mixed with Star Wars, mixed with one of my favorite battles ever in Star Wars, the Battle for Hoth. Fantastic. Nice price point, easy to get into, 9 out of 10. And those are the different reviews I did. Oh, I should mention I did a bunch of HeroScape stuff. I took a look at the new Boiling Tension and the glyphs. The glyphs are a 10 out of 10 for me. The other stuff's very highly rated, anywhere from 8.5, 9, 10. I just love me some more HeroScape. We also did our live shows last week. We did some talking about Gen Con, top 10 list, and we got more coming your way next week. But until then, I'm Tom Vassell, and you've been watching Week in Review on the Dice Tower.
Hey folks, thanks for watching another one of our videos. If you like our videos, if you like our channel, if you would love to game with us at one of our conventions, check out Dice Tower Cruise, Dice Tower East, and Dice Tower West. Fantastic conventions where we play games with wonderful people, a humongous library, and lots of other events and stuff. Also, don't forget to check out our channel, like and subscribe. I'm Tom Vassell.